Hey guys, starting again. Trying not to get interrupted. It's midnight and I still get interrupted. Okay, anyway. As you can see from the title, best advice to give to first-time homeschoolers. I'm going to try to remember the numbers because I was trying to film and I forgot. My number one advice is to know your state laws. Every state is different. There are 12 states in the United States that do not have regulations, and then the rest are different. New York happens to be one of the toughest, which personally I find it reasonable. That's just my opinion. Just know your state laws. Begin there. You can obviously Google your state, or if you're in another country and you're watching this, you can Google your state or your country and then your homeschooling laws or HSLDA with your state. That'll help you. I don't know how it is in other countries. I know some places are relaxed, some places are new to homeschooling. I can only speak about the United States and more specifically New York. Okay. Now that we've got that covered, while you're researching, I advise, at least with your child, to deschool. What does deschooling mean? Well, basically, you just have fun. You don't focus on the schoolwork. The longer you are in public school, the longer you need to deschool. That includes for yourself. You don't want to be coming straight from a school environment. Obviously, this is not the case when you're what people are to sing crisis homeschooling, which I'm going to talk about that in a whole other video, but that bugs the heck out of me. When you're in a school environment and then going to homeschooling, it's very different, and I understand it can get overwhelming for both of you, and people make mistakes and you get burned out. Relax. Deschool. Kids are like sponges. They are sponges. Their brains are just gonna go shoop. I'm trying to be a little funny here, but realistically, that's what happens. Kids learn so much. Play board games. Tonight, here's one example. We're not deschooling, but here's an example of we were playing Apples to Apples. And it's one of his favorite games. It's one way that we learn language arts. We read the words and we read what other words are like it, and he understands. He'll ask questions. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, what does that look like? Sometimes he'll be like, what does that spell? Because he's only in first grade, he's learning. That's just one example. We're cooking, we're doing life skills. He cleans, he loves to clean. It's amazing. We're playing Minecraft, we're reading, we're watching movies. In fact, I'm writing an article right now, hopefully it'll be out by tomorrow, by the time this goes up, is book-based movies and how you compare and contrast. Even at first grade, we've been doing this for so long that just comes naturally. What is the character? What did you like about the movie? Did you have fun? You can even theme it up with, say you're watching, I'm just going to give an example, Beauty and the Beast. You guys can make a Beauty and the Beast themed meal, and that could be all about France. Just something simple. I mean, that doesn't sound that simple, but my point is, you're having fun and you're learning. If you can, obviously we're on stay-at-home orders, so it depends on your area and what you have access to. Is we have a private play set and trampoline. I take him out on a good day. Apparently it's gonna snow yet again. It's been snowing and hailing and raining for the last 3 weeks, which is driving me up a wall. It's been cold, but we're making do. When it's not raining or snowing, we go out. We're crafting, we're playing, we're laughing, it doesn't matter. We're learning in other ways. We've also had the TV on a lot, which I'm personally not against screen time. I find screen time can be very beneficial. Obviously, it depends on your kid and depends on what they're watching. But we've had the Animal Planet on for, oh gosh, like the last, again, 3 weeks. It's been raining. And he's been learning through that. It's not the only thing we've had on, but just an example of one of the most educational things that we've had on as of the last few weeks. But you guys get the point. We're not focusing as much on, not we, in deschooling, you're not going to focus on the worksheets and the workbooks and the actual curriculum you're going to use. You're just going to play, explore, get it all out. Don't get burned out. This is your time as a parent to prepare yourself. And I'm about to go into that. That is my third and fourth part. Okay, number 3. What is your child's learning style? This will help you determine the next part. Well, the next 2 parts. So 4 and 5. Sorry, confusing. I know. I'm trying not to be. What is your child's learning style? There are a lot of different learning styles. You guys can check that out in an article on my blog. And I will have another video out about that so you guys can learn what those styles are. Maybe you can recognize it. There are quizzes online. I think it's Educate Planner or Education Planner has one. Let me just double check. That I found was very beneficial. Sorry guys, I should have just double checked this prior to it. Learning style. No, that wasn't. Anyway, if you look it up, you can find anyway, you can Google it. You can look it all up. Again, I will have my blog linked down below. You guys can search through it. I'm trying to organize it and trying to give you guys more information as quickly as possible. Between running a business, homeschooling, being injured, blogging, life, you kind of go slow. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, okay. So on to my next part. I also have an article about the different homeschooling methods. Now, homeschooling and crisis homeschooling are not the same. Now, yes, I understand that you're technically schooling at home, which is a method, and I will go into that again in that video, but you are still reporting to your school that you're registered at. Obviously, it's different with certain states. California having umbrella schools. I'm not going to go into that. I don't understand it. It's not my state. New York doesn't have that. We report to our district, your superintendent, or homeschooling office, because I'm in New York City, but other counties, other than the 5 boroughs, report to their superintendents. Okay. So, yeah, that'll help you, once you figure out your child's learning style, you can not only learn how you want to teach them, what method will be best, it'll also help you figure out the curriculum. There are many different curriculums, and this goes back to your method and their learning style, what is best for your child. It is not a one-size-fits-all. It can very well change. We began with an online. We used Time for Learning for about a year. And I did, supplement, because they do have science and history, but I wasn't thrilled with it. So I did supplement those, and I added in other things. But we ended up going with workbooks, and I specifically chose workbooks that are for a kinesthetic learner because he is a hands-on learner. And that is what he enjoys, and that's what we have been successful with so far. Things change. Another advice, don't plan on spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on a curriculum when things could very well change. Look, you can run your household whatever way you want. I don't want you to get burned out. And we all get it. We really do. We all have our moments. That's why when I say deschool, there are days where I'm like, Matthew, I can't. Today is just not a day. Let's do something else. When I talked about the screen time, we are doing workbooks. That is our goal. 4 times a week, we do workbook for about an hour, and then we unschool because that is the method that works best for him. But there's times where Matthew just watch Animal Planet for a while. Like, we'll just sit here and watch, or he'll ask a question and we'll research it. We'll find a book on it. We'll find a YouTube video on it or documentary. We'll play games. Like I said, we'll craft. There's just all sorts of things you can do. It's gonna be okay. It's just gonna be okay. Things change. You'll find your groove. Some people like schedules and it works for you and it works for your kid. That's great and wonderful. Other people kind of just don't do schedules. Like I said, I can make as many schedules as I want. It's not gonna happen. Like, realistically, that's just how I am. We'll just get it done. It's not the best method, but it works for us. Like I said, not one size fits all. You will find your groove. And most importantly, you are not alone. You are not alone. There are so many homeschoolers out there, and so many people that have a similar question, or were in that place, or dealt with things, found different problems or different solutions to the problems. That's the one amazing thing about being a homeschooler. There's always a solution. Always. And it's okay. If it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't work out for you. You can always return back to public school or private school or whatever your child was at. It's going to be okay. Don't be afraid if you want to homeschool for a year and then go to a different school, or you want to homeschool just for elementary and then go to middle school or into high school, whatever it is, it's going to be okay. Yeah, so anyway, that is my advice. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to message me down below. I am going to post on my Instagram as well a question for homeschoolers and see the response that I get. I don't know if I have that many people that are asking about it, but I know on like I said, on the homeschooling groups, there are tons of questions, and I don't always have the answer, but I'm going to try. I do a lot of research. I actually enjoy that. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, because by the time this goes up, it will be Monday. And I hope you are all staying safe and staying healthy and listening to those guidelines, because let me tell you, I can rant all day about that. Love you guys.